Back again on day 4, No Nut November. So today has just been similar to yesterday in terms of urges. It's not been much worse or much better, but again, it's manageable, and I know I'm going to get to 30 days regardless of how bad it gets. And in terms of benefits, I don't think there's really been any, but I'm not really expected to have any regardless. So what I wanted to mention today was I watched a video this morning actually from a YouTuber called I Am Lucid, and he's one of these like nofap YouTubers, and I think he does other stuff as well, but what he got popular off was nofap. And he hits crazy streaks that go on to like 1,000 days and stuff. And he's huge on nofap and the whole movement. And he believes in it, which is fair play to him. And he's gained quite a big following off it as well. So there must be a big movement around the whole thing. But the video he made today, he titled it "No Nut November Doesn't Work." Now, obviously, that made me instantly think, why is one of the biggest nofap YouTubers, I think he actually is the biggest, because he's got over 800,000 subscribers, so let's just call him the biggest. Why is the biggest nofap YouTuber titled a video called No Nut November Doesn't Work? So I did watch it, and what he covers the fact that No Nut November is sort of like a meme and a joke, and people don't take it as seriously as they should. But then he goes on to talk about stuff like how tobacco companies basically advertise that you should quit smoking if you're under 18, and they advertise, I think they're like almost forced to advertise that smoking is bad for you and smoking kills and stuff. And I'm sure you've all seen it on the packaging and stuff. But he argues that method that they've used about under 18s almost entices under 18s to smoke when that might not have been a factor in the past. So I can kind of understand what he's trying to say. And then the point he's making, and the reason why he's saying what he's saying, is basically how under 12s under 18s can almost freely use internet pornography, and they can find it for free, and it's completely unrestricted, and you've got instant access to it as long as you've got internet. And then he says a statistic of apparently the average age of exposure to adult content is 12. Now, I don't know how true that is, but I mean, it sounds realistic enough, doesn't it? 12 years old. So his whole point is, you don't see people kicking up a fuss about kids having access to adult content. And even though it's deemed as illegal, nothing can be done about it, really. And he makes a point of, if your little brother or sister who's 12 was smoking, you'd kick up a big fuss, and you'd be angry and you'd be upset. But then we all know that apparently that's the age of exposure to adult content, and nothing's done about it, really. And then he makes the point that if you were to start smoking at 12, how hard would it be to quit at 23? And then if you were to start watching adult content at 12, how difficult would it be to quit at 23? And I think it does go hand in hand, really. And then he goes on to make the point that No Nut November, the idea of it only being a 1 month thing and then just going back to normal is a massive reason why it doesn't work. And I think that's fair enough, really. But what I wanted to say about that point is, it is a starting point for people who are obviously addicted, and they almost feel like they are part of a challenge. And if they can get past the month, then, they can almost make it a lifestyle. Whereas, I mean, don't get me wrong, it might go the other way, where people will see it as a challenge, and then that'll be it. They'll just go back to what they were doing originally. And I don't know if what you're saying is really true about the fact it doesn't work, because everyone needs a starting point. I mean, he says that there's no real time to quit an addiction. You should just quit as soon as you can, rather than wait until November the 1st and then going all the way to November the 30th and then, calling it a day. Which I can see what he's saying, but I can also see why it's it maybe what he's trying to reference is you should just continue on rather than making it a month thing. And I mean, that's fair enough, really. And then I did flick through the comments as well, and I saw something about people's streaks and stuff, and there's one comment here that says, like, day 1046 of NoFap here. I was extremely addicted 3 years ago, but I managed to pull through. Don't do it for November, fellas. Do it for your own good. And that's got 1,000 likes just on the comment itself. And the fact, I find it a bit weird that he's got to 1,046 days and he's still counting. I mean, by that point, is it not just a lifestyle where you don't even worry about what number you're on and stuff? But I don't know. It's a bit strange. I found that a bit weird, but fair play to him. He's gone over 3 years. What else did I see? The whole point of NoFap is to be free from pornography. The whole point of No Nut November is to last for a month and then get back to your addiction. That's an interesting comment. That's something we've already spoken about. But I feel like it's harsh to judge that people. I mean, he's almost saying that everyone who's doing NNN is just gonna quit after a month. Now, I feel like that's harsh to judge, really, because for me, I'm doing it to see if there's actually any benefits of the 30 days, and if there are, then I probably will just carry on for the foreseeable future, really. But I don't know. I feel like people are just sort of almost predicting what everyone else is going to do, where you can't really call it. I mean, stopped 1 month ago and I'm still going. I'll try to keep the streak for as much as possible. I'm feeling much better lately. So it's clearly working for him. Always speaking words of wisdom. What Lucid is saying makes complete sense, but it's all in perspective. I choose to do NNN as a pathway into NoFap, not just for the 30 days. That's a good comment. To be honest, I'm committed to quitting pornography, period. And I see No Nut November as nothing more than a holiday where I can get the chance to put the culmination of my medication, abstinence and willpower practices to the test. In my opinion, NNN is good for people who are already committed to quitting PMO. I honestly look up to Alex now. Honest and truthful people are rare. Yeah, I feel like some of the comments are backing him and some are going a bit against him. But I mean, maybe he's just made the title in a way where it's just going to get as many clicks as possible. But yeah, I think I've covered everything that I wanted to cover. I mean, I've just broken down this guy's video, really. If you do want to go and watch it, I Am Lucid is the name of the channel. and No Nut November Doesn't Work is the name of the video. I mean, it's the most recent one. And yeah, I guess we'll call it there, and I'll report back tomorrow.